Hey guys, what's going on? Troll Pal CHH here today. We've got a new Scream Factory review for you guys. We've been cranking them out. I'm excited about this one. This is the new As Above, So Below Scream Factory Collector's Edition Blu-ray release. So, contentious relationship with this movie. I use this movie as some sort of scapegoat for me to not almost... Here's... I'm just going to be real with you guys. I don't know how many people will be this blunt honest with you. I've had this reputation online of loving every movie, when in actuality, it's not true. But for some reason, I've made this thing on my channel where I typically only talk about stuff I do enjoy. Now, that's not for any certain reason because I want my channel to seem overtly positive or anything like that. Not necessarily quite the opposite, but in reality, it's just... that's what I like to focus my efforts in making videos on. With all that being said, though, I used this movie as some sort of scapegoat for a long time, and I would just diss this movie big time. Here's the truth. I'm just going to give it to you guys straight. Here's the truth about my relationship with this movie. I saw this movie in the theater while going through a horrible breakup, texting a girlfriend at the entire time. I didn't watch any of it. I didn't see much of all about it. That's just the truth about it. And then when the movie came out on DVD or Blu-ray, I might have got the DVD. I looked for the Blu-ray everywhere, the standard one. I don't have it, so I think I just had the DVD of it. And I would watch it again and didn't pay attention. Obviously, I knew what the movie was about and everything, but for some reason, when I would bring this movie up, I used this movie as a scapegoat, and I would just trash As Above, So Below. And the whole irony of the whole thing is, instead of taking an opportunity to talk about other found footage movies I really don't like The Gallows, for instance, I'm not a big fan of The Gallows. For some reason, I used As Above, So Below as my movie to avoid the Christian loves everything argument. And in retrospect, I feel so stupid doing that because I guess this review is just going to be really honest and kind of almost podcast style, so I hope you guys don't mind that. This movie's actually really good. And I actually learned a lot from this release, this Scream Factory release, which, I enjoyed. First off, look at that artwork. Let me see if I can get you guys a good shot of that artwork. That is beautiful. Look at that. I really like all the skulls and everything like that, in the catacombs. Finally rewatched this movie tonight for the first time in a few years. Me and the wife did. We sat down, we watched this because we were excited. We were really excited to watch this movie. This movie is fantastic. So it's all about this girl who's an archaeologist. Her dad passed away. We find out it's from interesting circumstances. There's a little bit of mystery about why he took his own life, but he was looking for the Philosopher's Stone, which instantly makes me think of like Harry Potter or something. I think it was called Philosopher's Stone overseas, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, and not Harry Potter and the Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone like it was in America. I think the word sorcerer is really bad overseas for one reason or another. But anyway, that's besides the point. They go into the catacombs to start looking for this. She kind of drags a friend of hers that really didn't want to go but got roped into going. Interestingly enough, that guy that's her friend in the movie is actually from the opening group of kids in Friday the 13th, 2009, which obviously brings a bit of a kinship to me with that. And, they start getting into these catacombs looking for the Philosopher's Stone, and man, it is a gripping, nail-biting movie. I actually really enjoy it a lot, and it's actually done so well. My thing I would say about this, too, to be totally honest with you, was, As Above, So Below is simply, taking found footage of a genre, which is inherently a low-budget genre, which makes it so special, and it's done by big studios, blah, 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 blah. Which is so ignorant of me to say. Cloverfield is a movie that's a big-budget found footage movie. As Above, So Below is not a super big-budget found footage movie. I was just talking out of my ass. But there are some insanely cool visuals, and I think I've actually looked up some of this stuff online. Like, there's a moment in this where when they kind of first go in, you see all the skulls stacked up on top of each other like this haunted tomb. And then as the movie progresses, they're going deeper and deeper into the catacombs. And the whole thing about this movie that's kind of trippy, and you really got to pay attention to really pick up on this, the kind of deeper they go down into the catacombs, it's almost as if they're entering hell. Things get a little confusing and and non-realistic in a sense, and they start to see things and things happen when they get deep down to where it's like, well, that doesn't make sense. It doesn't logically make sense. Why is that happening? But that's what happens when they go deeper and deeper. It's like they're entering into hell. And of course, people are dropping along the way. And there are moments in this when they're getting close to where they see bodies on tombs, but they haven't really decayed, but they've been dead for like 500 years. That's the coolest thing about this movie is, like, you know, every time you think the movie kind of hits a plateau, something happens next visually. It's like, damn. So, yeah, it's a really good found footage movie. And for a movie that's obviously taking place with, you know, head cams like GoPros, for instance, it's actually done very well. And I never got nauseous or felt sick about this movie at all. And it was done well enough to where you really forget you're watching a found footage flick, which I think is the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is to make it feel like you're kind of part of the movie, and this one succeeds. So I don't know, like, I really have to say that I think As Above, So Below is probably top 10 found footage movies of the 2010s. I think this movie came out in 2014. So I really like the movie. So when it comes to this release, guys, let's talk about this. So this Scream Factory release is a Blu-ray release, which I'm wondering if, I don't know. There may be a minority of people that will say, oh, I was hoping it was going to be 4K, blah, blah, blah. It's interesting with found footage, right? It's not like it can't be done. Honestly, the Cloverfield 4K looked pretty good, but that might be a certain instance of, well, because it was done by Paramount, it was this big movie, they could do that. I don't know, but I can tell you this. I have the DVD of this movie. I never had the Blu-ray of this movie as far as I know, the standard Blu-ray that came out, 10 years ago now? 9 years ago. 9 or 8 years ago. I'll say this about the Scream Factory Blu-ray. It looked really sharp. Like, the picture quality on this was really crisp and sharp, and I was very impressed by that. I'll put it to you like this. I have no desire, after watching this, I have no desire or thoughts to myself saying, damn, I wish this was in 4K. This looked really good. I mean, it looked really good. So picture quality, to me, it's as good as it possibly needs to be. And the audio was great. There was actually 7.1 on here, 5.1 and 2.0. So for the sound people, you're going to love that, the fact that they actually had a 7.1 on here. So the audio was good. Let's show you guys the front and back. I pre-ordered this early, so I got the poster, which I decided to throw up on there just for the background of the video because I thought you guys would like it. I do like the slipcover that they gave us with all the skulls and the catacombs, collector's edition. Of course, you can reverse it to... you know, that theatrical poster art with the upside down. It's one disc release, that's it. Here's why I'll actually recommend this release. So on the back, let's look at this right now. We've got a new Abandon All Hope, directing As Above, So Below, interview with co-writer director John Eric Dowdle, and new What Lies Beneath, producer As Above, So Below, interview with co-writer producer Drew Dowdle. And then the inside As Above, So Below feature was the one that was made when this initially came out from Legendary and Lionsgate. Those special features were fantastic. They were damn near feature length, and they were done really clever. Whoever produced it, they kind of made like the video footage when they're talking to the co-writers, the brothers, like it's found footage as well. And they went into so much detail. And here's what blew my mind. These were the guys who did Poughkeepsie Tapes, which is, I praise Poughkeepsie Tapes all the time as one of my all-time favorite found footage flicks, and I didn't know that. I'm such a jackass. So the special features on this were very well done, beyond comprehensive, and watching the two features is about the length of a movie, which to me is great because that shows like, hey, I think we're moving in the right direction a little bit here with Scream Factory, guys. So this is one of my favorite releases this year from them in terms of how well they put the special features together on this. A body of work, not chopping it up, not taking an interview and chopping it up in bits and pieces. No, it's a body of work edited together, going over the comprehensive storytelling from each point of view of the brother. So well done. Yeah, I loved this release. I really did. And it was so funny when I got this, my wife was like, oh, I remember that movie. I said, yeah, I'm going to review this, and I'm probably not going to have a great review. I'm probably going to tell people, yeah, you can pass on this. But if you're a fan of this movie and you want to hear some great stuff, feature-length material from the brothers that made this, 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. So, yeah, I really like this movie. I feel like a jackass for always talking shit about it when I never needed to. I should just actually talk about the movies that I don't like more often. I get that, which I do that usually on live streams and stuff, but I understand it. You know, I understand that's my thing. But yeah, guys, so check it out. As Above, So Below, Scream Factory's Blu-ray release. I really like the slip art on that. I like the movie, and it's a good release. So yeah, you know, you don't have to buy it. I'm not giving it a good review because I need you to buy it. I'm just telling you I really enjoyed it, and I'd put my name on it. So there you have it, guys. Your old pal CHH. Kind of a surprise for me. Yeah, I really liked it. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know your thoughts on that movie if you've seen it, and if you're a fan. Anyway, we'll see you guys soon. Take care. Huge, giant thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. Without you guys, this would not be possible. To get behind-the-scenes photos, videos, music, private live streams, and much more, you can subscribe to my Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Thank you to my patrons.